Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Farmington and basketball action in the non-conference game. And then we head to the Mid-Illini Friday nights, and welcome to the non-conference action tonight. As we are from Farmington tonight, pregame is brought to you by Nerds on Call for on-site computer service for home or business. Call 689-3900. The usual tonight, we have Nate Lauder, our engineer, back to studios. Big thanks to him. He's working the game. Also tonight, M. Bixler video production. Mark behind the camera tonight on our broadcast. Bob Wagner, Leon Groover with the call. Big night here at Farmington. And then we head to the Mid-Illini Wars on Friday night against Washington. Tonight, the sophomores were winners, staying perfect. Jessica Thumb continues her ring at the start of another season. Of course, last year, undefeated as a head coach. She continues tonight. They're now 5-0. They went 42-12. They won on Monday night at Macomb, 72-18. So an impressive underclass group. And a lot of this is a mixture with this varsity team. Of course, with the seniors, the big nucleus of our starters are the seniors. But a blend of the freshmen and sophomores to this unit, I think poise gives us I think you look at the coming season. It's an action here tonight. Get a few players some minutes. You may not play all your seniors the whole time, but as they did on Monday night, had a chance there in a big blowout at Macomb for the varsity. But this is another one to get a few quarters in, get some more opportunities for this underclass to get a little bit ready for the Mid-Illini Conference Wars, Bobby.
I mean, it does. And, you look at our team and the way it's aligned right now, our seniors are going to get most of the publicity, do most of the scoring, and they're going to be the most talked about throughout the season. But what a luxury that we have is we can start a lot of these younger players, freshmen and sophomores. They're not going to get a lot of minutes, but the minutes that they get throughout the season will be invaluable come next year.
One of the things in talking a little bit about this matchup, Canton played them back on November 17th. Canton got out of the gates quick, 66-24 in that game, and was one of those games in which they trailed, Farmington did early, 24-9, and then Farmington went scoreless in that second quarter, and they've much improved, though. They had a big win earlier this week at Abington, and it was a 51-28 game there. Had a pretty good balance. They're starting to see Abby Brown, and I think she's probably really one of the key things. You talk a bit about Gilstrap and Worley, who will come off the bench tonight, but I think it's going to go how Farmington usually will go is how Abby Brown kind of goes, right? Offensively, at the point there, she'll get some scoring production, does a lot of things for them.
Well, she's the primary player. She's the one that's going to handle the basketball to get it across the half-court line. She'll be the first one out of the five that's on the court at one time to look for the shot. And, there's a lot of pressure involved with that. Abby's only a junior. It's a thing like this, so when you see her play, you realize that she can live up to that billing, that she can get some compliments around her. We saw them develop in the Fulton County tournament. Hope that continues. The team will have some success.
I think you have to wait on Jimmy Jordan. I think he'll bring the girls along. He has that ability about him. He proved it at the freshman level when he was the coach at Canton. Gave them a lot of time. They were successful. They'll play three sophomores, a senior, and a junior in this lineup tonight. So against this really a senior kind of a basketball team, that doesn't bode well for them in this matchup. But I look for some pretty good things. I think once they get the combination of Gilstrap and Worley inside, that's a pretty good interior kind of combination for Farmington, and we'll see that on occasion tonight here from Farmington.
It is, and if they can get consistent scoring in the low post from one of those two, if not both, that just opens up so many venues for Abby on the outside and her teammates, because I know Riley Puchich can score. She's shown the ability. I think if you can get more personnel to show that ability to score, others are going to follow suit, which makes you more of a balanced team.
That's probably the one thing right now is their bench-wise, and that's going to be a learning process for, who's going to be available, who's going to be productive off the bench. That's still kind of a learning process, and it's still the unknown kind of thing with Farmington. They're coming in at 2-3. 5-0 the start for the Canton Lady Giants, and of course a big win on Monday night. Again, they overwhelmed Macomb in that action, 82-30, 11 threes, and the balance. Churchill had 21 over 23 in the first half. A lot of people got to play in that game on Monday night. Brittany Murphy had 16. Maybe that'll be a catalyst for her, because I think going in to the Mid-Illini, she is going to have to be a rebounder and scorer. I think she's going to have to get 8 to 10 rebounds. She's going to have to about almost duplicate that point-wise as well. I think she has to be that kind of a player offensively.
Well, you're looking for double figures out of your main two, which is going to be Sydney Wells and obviously Chloe Churchill. And I think, you can rely on two more, which would be Sydney Schubert and Brittany Murphy. I think with those two intangibles, on any given night, you can get a double-double out of either one of those. If you can get 10 points out of one and 10 rebounds off the other, boy, what a fun season it's going to be, Leon.
Earlier tonight, the Canton sophomore girls were winners, 42-12. Jessica Thumb's ball club is 5-0. You're listening to the pregame show as the Canton Lady Giants are at Farmington tonight. We're also streamed online. You can check that out at 1560wbys.com. You can take WBYS to wherever you go and check out our app. You can download that from our website for your iPhone or Android at That's at 1560wbys.com and hit WBYS Listen Live button. More coming up on the Nerds on Call pregame show. For on-site computer for home or business, call 689-3900. Bob and I step aside. Both teams back out warming up. We're still about 3 minutes away from the tip-off here on this Wednesday night non-conference girls basketball. You know what the good thing about tonight is, Bob? Girls basketball, and I get out of bowling tonight. This is the way I've come up with it. I think we're going to find more games scheduled on Wednesday night.
That's fine by me. More the merrier.
And then Friday night, we are ready and anxious to get the Midline Ice started. Should be a fun ride for the girls and boys conference action. It all begins Friday night at Alice Ingersoll Gym, but the doubleheader 5:30 and 7 o'clock for the girls and the boys. Coming back, we'll give you a little bit more breakdown on our pregame show back after this 90-second break.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoonerville Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make Him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Lineups and also have the presentation of the national anthem. We'll do that as the Lady Giants take on the 2 and 3 Farmington Lady Farmers. Canton is 5-0. That's your pregame show. It's brought to you by Nerds on Call in Farmington. And again, you can call 689-3900. Starting lineups when we return. Take a quick break here. We'll give you those live from Farmington. We'll take a 90-second break and give you the starting lineups. Back after this timeout, live from Farmington.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerville Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make Him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Coverage tonight, Canton take on Farmington. Starting lineups as they have the spotlight on the starting lineup down on the floor here. Starting lineups are brought to you by B Design Salon on the square at 70 North Main in Canton. You can call 649-6040 for your appointment today. Farmington will start 5'4" and a guard as sophomore be Peyton Peckham. Also a 5'6" sophomore guard. Morgan Powell gets the start tonight. 5'4" and a senior guard Riley Putridge. 5'8" and a forward a sophomore Megan Gilstrap and the guard 5'4" and a junior Abby Brown. For Jimmy Jordan, the assistants are Josh Putridge and also Brad Whitcomb. Starting lineup for the Canton Lady Giants, their head coach is Lane Langhoff. He comes in on the 12th season, 171 wins, 140 losses. They're 5-0 in his 12th season. Lady Giants will go with Sydney Schubert, 5'6" and a senior. Also a sophomore, 5'11", Jamie Goldring, 5'6" and a senior. Sydney Wells, averaging about 12 points per game. Also start, 5'7" and a senior, averaging about 7.5 points per game. Brittany Murphy, Murphy, and Chloe Churchill off to a terrific start. 26 points, 9 rebounds, averaging about 4 assists per game. 5'8" and a senior. It is Chloe Churchill for the Canton Lady Giants. Head coach, of course, is Lane Langhoff, assisted by Jessica Thumb and also Mallory Violetto. And ready for the basketball action here tonight from Farmington as we continue here on AM 1560 and also at 93.7 FM. The anthem is next. They did a little bit differently. We'll take a break and we'll get ready for the tip-off back here to Farmington in 90 seconds.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
To get it tipped off, Lady Giants will be decked out in purple, trimmed in that Vegas gold, and Farmington white, trimmed in purple. A tip controlled by Lady Giants. Chloe Churchill misses the shot after the tip. Controlled by Lady Giants. Missed opportunity early going. We're just into action. 10 seconds here. Down to the low block area, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. And Megan Gilstrap, that's going to be one of the things. They're going to try to push the tempo on us and punch the ball inside, try to get it to the low block area.
And she needs to take advantage and make the basket or go to the free throw line and make her free throws.
And that's one of the culprits that didn't get a chance to see who that foul was on. And it'll be to the free throw line will be Gilstrap to start the action here. Missed free throw opportunity. And that was the big thing we talked about in the County Girls Tournament in their loss 66-24 and numerous other games. Going to be going to the free throw line. Got to learn, shoot the free throws. And she misses both opportunities.
Misses them badly.
And Churchill will hand off to Wells. She'll handle at the point. We'll see what Farmington opens up. A little bit of a 2-3 zone on the perimeter. Shot off the glass, no good. And this time by Wells. Tried to take it along the baseline. A little slow start for this Lady Giant team. But again, that pressure defense will get you jump started. It gets them right into their offense.
Yeah, once they make a basket, they're going to press offensively on and try and get some easy baskets via the turnover.
Near corner, Churchill puts the ball on the floor, drives to the lane, little hook shot, misses everything. It'll be Farmington basketball. So again, we're 0-4 in the early going here from Farmington for girls non-conference basketball action here tonight.
And the student section's letting them know that too.
We're just into this opening 8 minutes here. Backcourt pressure, almost a steal by Wells, just a half a beat slow there. To the near corner, bounce pass underneath. Farmington with a turnover. They get it right back, tried a dangerous pass along that baseline. Wells out front, Church to the near side. Schubert was open to low block area. He'll try to isolate her on occasion for about an 8 to 10 footer. Churchill out on the arc to the right side against that zone defense. Might as well get used to it because that's going to be what we'll see most of the rest of the season. Top of the key, that's Brittany Murphy misses a shot. Tell you what, we've had 2 or 3 chances here, and Bob, about 4 to 5 of the chances, 2 of those we've not even hit nothing.
And I want you to watch the next time that we're on offense. They're running more of a box and one.
Yeah.
They've got one person kind of tailing Chloe wherever she goes on the court.
They'll choose, again, all kinds of gimmick, and then a late foul on the contact foul against Brittany Murphy. That's her first second team foul. And play stopped to the far side with 6:50 the opening quarter. Substitution for the Lady Giants. It'll be Plummer who checks in. We're in the far corner here at the gym at the home of the Gold Rush here. Farmington down to low block area. Traveled before she got that, and it will be a travel against Farmington. So a couple of turnovers by the Lady Farmers. She was open at a little bit of that seam down the middle of the lane there.
I don't think she realized how open she was.
Here's a lead pass. Schubert with a layup. Finally, the Lady Giants get on the scoreboard.
You know what we call that, Leon? Points off the turnover.
2-0. You know, I was watching last night North Carolina and Maryland, and I'm thinking Bob is just living and loving this because there was a ton of points off a turnover last night.
Yeah, it makes a difference. You know, people don't realize.
There's a 3-ball top of the key. That shot comes up short by Brown. Loose ball along the baseline and a foul. Let's see who the foul is on. We're in kind of a bad situation here. And again, I think it's against Goldring.
Yeah, it is. It's against Jamie.
That's her first third-team foul. So send Farmington to the free throw line early in this game. First free throw is good by Gilstrap. She looked a little bit better on that throw. She kept her hands together a little bit, and her feet's a little bit different than we saw.
No hesitation either.
Yep. So it's a 2-1, make it a 2-2 game on a pair of free throws by Gilstrap for Farmington. 6:18 as the ball inbounded. They throw it down the floor. Wells down to Schubert and got the layup. They pressured on they took a gamble on it, and the Lady Giants made a pay with a baseball pass down the floor.
You can see we're pressing off the make.
And it's Brown into the front court for Farmington off the left side. Bounce pass between the circle. That's Peckham. Ball stripped away. Good job by Goldring. Got it back. Farmington. They go on the floor and a hell ball. That stops the clock with 5:54. It stays with Farmington off the far end. Bob Wagner, Leon Groover with you. We'll be back with you on Friday night. Canton girls play at 5:30. Boys at 7. A doubleheader to open up the middle line. Underneath the Gilstrap. She looks pretty active underneath there. She looks a little bit more poised than we saw in the county tournament.
And game by game, she's going to improve.
So it's a 4-4 game. Not even in the game yet for them is Worley.
There's a 3 by Anna Plummer.
And then Plummer, who shoots about 43% from the arc, knocks down a big 3 as the freshman gives the Lady Giants a 7-4 lead. Little backcourt pressure, sideline pass, the ball deflected, another Farmington turnover. That is 3. See if the Little Giants can capitalize on it across the front court. Wells looks down low. They had Schubert posted up as intended for Goldring, and then the Lady Giants turn the ball over.
Why do you not throw it to Zanny Schubert? You throw it into a double team instead.
Here comes Abby Brown. She picks on the break. Quick pass along the baseline. Turnaround jumper is missed. No good by Putridge. That was a quick trigger in the shot there. Here comes the Lady Giants. Churchill. 2-on-2. Left-handed shot. He got thumped and fouled on the near side, probably against Abby Brown, I believe.
I think you'll be correct.
Yep, that's who it's against, Abby Brown. So commits her first at the team. And in the lineup for the Lady Giants will be Brooke Henry.
And Jimmy
Goldring looked like an ankle situation there. So he comes up hobbling. You can tell she turned it pretty good on her left ankle area. Kind of below the ankle there. Churchill misses the free throw. There's certain kind of things you come off big game against Macomb, you're kind of ready for the Midline Eye, and you know I've never kind of liked this particular kind of a game with the Farmington. We've already played them. I like a little higher octane kind of a game to get us prepared for the Midline Eye. Ball stripped away, it's stolen, and a turnover by Farmington, and then Canton turns the ball right back over to Farmington. So Abby Brown across the timeline picked up there by Wells. That's a good defensive matchup for Sydney against Brown. Turned her and fended her off. Good job there by Brooke Henry. Down the floor, here comes the Lady Giants. Nice catch there by Anna Plummer. She is so good at running the floor, making catches. She just has a great athletic prowess about her.
She looks comfortable, even for a freshman.
Yeah, without a doubt. 10-4 into the front court. Then a ball thrown away by Farmington.
It's turnover number 6.
6 in the category for the turnovers. Play stopped here with 4:19. Substitution, it's Julia DePriest comes in. Gilstrap defensively. They got Brown, also Peckham, and I believe Powell's the other player out there. The ball thrown away to the far side, intended for Churchill, and again another throwaway by the Lady Giants. Pretty careless in basketball. Again, 3 by the Lady Giants. But it was, how many shots did we miss, Bob, before we got on the scoreboard there? We were like
5.
0 for 5.
Yeah.
That's rarely what we've ever seen out of this
Another
group.
turnover for Farmington.
They get out of 7 turnovers. Here come the Lady Giants. And it's Wells underneath the Schubert. Nicely done there. So Schubert has got 6 points, and the Lady Giants lead 12-4. Good transition basket off the inbounds, across the timeline. Farmington, that's Powell. Stolen. Turnover. Number 8 by Farmington. Churchill, nice pass underneath to Schubert. If it takes what you need to get 4 assists plus game for Churchill, that is her best favorite phase of her game. It's quickly a 14-4. Canton lead with 3:39. Back to Farmington after this 30-second timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Run here at 10-0. However, it was tied 4-4. And how many points off the turnovers, Bobby?
Yeah, right now Canton leads that category 9-0.
Outlet it comes across into the front court. Got away with an extra step. Nice pass underneath. Went from Gilstrap to DePriest. That was a nice execution by Farmington as they run the floor. Wells cut off baseline. Wheels it. Church to the near side. Jumper there, hit the left side of the bank board. Farmington fights for it. Who gets it? It's Holes. Into the backcourt here. Powell. Got to be pressure on top of the key. Powell underneath. Nice pass from Brown. It was intended for Gilstrap. Just got a fingertip in there. And you take a look at Brooke Henry's in this game. She's had a couple of different steals. 12 blocks already in 5 games for the Lady Giants.
Defensive standout for sure.
Outlet it comes. Nice deflection there by Wells. Turnover by Farmington.
It's 9.
Here comes the Lady Giants in the half-court set. See how we do offensively. Wells to push shot to this near side. A 3-ball by Wells.
Whoa.
That's how you break a little bit of that triangle or the zone defense there.
Yeah, it kind of makes them wonder if they should concentrate on Chloe only now.
17-6 here. Canton's opened up the biggest lead of the night here at the 2:48 mark. Holds the ball on the near side. The ball thrown away. Holes try to get it to the post. Now the thing that now we're collapsing down. You know, we got a player in the back and on the side that's collapsing down inside.
And Brooke Henry is one of the better ones we've seen earlier this year at anticipating the play. She does a great job defensively.
And uses her length.
She does.
That's the extra asset part of that, isn't it? She does a good read of that. Inbounds for Farmington.
Look at her front and Gilstrap.
Yeah. Great job there. She's just been taught really excellent job there. She gets right in position there. Turnover by Farmington, their 10th. Lead pass, Wells, off of her. Turnover by the Lady Giants. That's her 4th. Across the timeline, Farmington tries to push the tempo. Shot. That's one of those things where the offensive player Holes lost a handle on it, and then that defensive player is penalized for her inability to hang on the basketball.
Yeah, it's going to be on Brooke Henry land. If Brooke would have stood with her arms up, I think it might have been a no call or a charge.
She kind of leaned in a little bit.
She had him down and kind of leaned forward.
So 17-6, 4th team foul. And substitution for Farmington in the lineup. Peckham back in. And who will sit? Powell will sit. Inbounds will come for Farmington off the left side of the baseline. Looking out front, they go left wing right in front of the Canton bench. You see Goldring getting her ankle tended to at the end down there. Off this left side, Farmington. That is Brown. Swings the pass to this near side. That's DePriest. The ball knocked away. Got a little sloppy. Canton to the floor. Turnover. Nice job there. 11 by Farmington. They run it. Wells was able to maintain it. Shot was no good. Churchill grabs it. Underneath the bounce back out. From the far side, it's a Wells with a 2. Wells on the opposite side. Good teamwork that time by Wells and Churchill underneath. They found the opening. They are up 19-6. And a travel call by Farmington.
Wow, that is 12 turnovers. We still got a little less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
You can tell it's going to be a work in progress. You know, for Farmington, they play a lot of London class, sophomores and juniors. Of course, the senior is Putrich, and everybody else underclass for that group. That's a 3 in and out, no good. Brooke Henry with the rebound, and she got fouled, hit on the arm. Underneath, nice job there by Brooke Henry.
She does, man. She is right place, right time, all the time.
And see who they give the foul to. Mr. Fanistock will go. Didn't get a chance to see who they gave it to there for certain. Anybody paying attention? No. The foul by, I think it might have been Holes, but I'm not certain. It was underneath this line here. Brooke Henry to the free throw line, got it down. It's the only disadvantage of doing games on this side. It's tough to see them giving the fouls and seeing the scoreboard.
We need to swap the scoreboards.
It would be nice.
Me and Mark were talking about that earlier.
That'd be great for us.
Yeah.
Minute 36, Brooke back to the line. Trying to connect, misses it, ball tapped out. And again, it was Schubert back out front. Wells shot, and it rolls in. A three by Sydney Wells. She's off to a terrific start tonight. Couple threes and 8 points. Lady Giants out to their biggest lead of the night at 23-6. But they just an ability again. Schubert and Wells, and then Brooke Henry keeping the ball alive. Second chance opportunities as well in this first half, other than the points off of turnovers. Peckham to the far corner, off the dribble, cut off there by Wells. Back out front, into the hands of DePriest. Swings it between the circle, top of the key, and again underneath. Another turnover by Wells. She creates a lot of opportunities, and that's a layup by Schubert. It's up and good. She's got 10 in the opening quarter. Transition, and execution off of the turnovers.
And that's going to be our MO throughout the entire season.
25-6.
That's a
Get
foul.
A double team.
Sydney Wells.
Little reach in there. Also in the lineup for the Lady Giants, Claire Ford, who comes in as a sophomore. 43 seconds remain in the opening quarter. Live from Farmington tonight, non-conference girls game.
We have 17 points on turnovers in the first quarter.
They have 13 turnovers. Lady Giants have had just a handful. Had a couple early with some missed shots. Abby Brown squares, shoots the three, hit the front of the iron. Peckham with the rebound. Wells over the back, knocked the ball out of bounds. And it'll be Canton basketball. We caught a break there. I thought Sydney came over the back. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be purple basketball. From the far corner, Betcher's on the opposite side where we do our broadcast from. We're kind of on the Farmington side of the bleachers. Of course, they don't have, as they do in the boys game, the main bleachers on the scoreboard side. They have those pulled up. The closing 17 seconds. It'll be Wells out front. Also in this lineup for the Lady Giants, Plummer. Off to the right side, Churchill drives the baseline. Scoop shot and rolled it up. That's Chloe's first field goal of the game, her third point, the closing 3 seconds into the half court. And they get a shot off, comes up short. But again, big 10-0 run catapulted to the Lady Giants out to a 27-6 lead at the end of one quarter in non-conference basketball tonight. Live from Farmington, Lady Giants 27-6. Back after this 1-minute timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoonriver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By RE/MAX Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Biggest lead of the night as we enter second quarter. Canton possession up by 21. This game was tied 4-4. Farmington actually led with a couple of free throws and a field goal early. Underneath the gold ring, got a little bit too deep. She looks like she probably got her ankle retaped. She's back on the floor. That's good news for Lady Giants. Swings the pass off the baseline. Out front, into the lineup will be Megan Worley. Shot out front was no good by Farmington. They sprint down the floor, back on defense. Churchill attacks off this left baseline. Misses, got her own rebound, and fouled off the right side. It could be against, again, Worley. And underneath for Farmington, again, remember, she wears a different number. It's one thing you can identify her with. She always wears 15 instead of the 14. Free throw is good by Churchill. You look at Chloe's numbers in the early going. Again, as a team, this group shoots 66% for the free throw line. And that's what's that magic number you always talk about, Bobby?
It is at 66%.
Yeah. So again, it's a 1 or 2 on the free throws by Churchill. The ball goes out of bounds. Canton will keep it. Again, Churchill with 4 points in the game. Inbounds, back cut there, spins. Churchill off balance, misses it. Second opportunity. Third one up and good from Churchill. Hard to work on that one. 6 points in the game. It's just one of those nights. Things are just not falling for the senior, but she's persistent enough. 7-10 mark, second quarter, 30-6. Canton advantage. Bounce pass to this near corner. That's Worley. Slides around the defense, took an extra step. That's how she got around the defense.
Took a hop, skip, and a jump.
I thought, man, they're just going to allow her to get from in between those. They have to use a snake, the snake, the S that goes around to the defense there.
If you're going to let them get away with that, you might as well not even dribble.
Now, out front, now Lady Giants go to zone. 6:52. Brown off the dribble left side. It's Holes caught in between the circle. Now jumper by Worley. Jumper off the right side is good. I think you just get her kind of geared up here with her and Gilstrap and Brown. They could be a pretty decent team by later on. But there's a work in progress. Jumper to the near side. That's a three. Ball gets through the freshman, Anna Plummer. She just makes the game look so easy, doesn't she?
4 passes and not one dribble for an easy open 3.
8 points. Ball steal. A turnover by Farmington. Churchill with a run out with the left hand. Rolled it off, no good. Follow up by Wells is good. Wells with the field goal. 10 points in the game by Wells, 10 by Schubert, and the Lady Giants are off and running 35-8, 6:14. Timeout in the second quarter, back to Farmington in 1 minute.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Canton continues to build on their lead, Bob, and it's been a gradual progression. After they were tied 4-4, it has been a dominant performance defensively by this Lady Giant team.
It has a lot of turnovers and a lot of layups so far.
6-minute mark here before halftime. Along the baseline, Peckham's cut off. Pressure defense on that wing. You got, believe, back in the lineup. For the Lady Giants, we got Brittany Murphy who's back in the lineup. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Farmington.
It's turnover number 15 for the Lady Farmers.
Half court offense. Short corner entry. Brooke threw the ball right into the hands of Farmington defense. Turnover by Canton. 5:48.
When you want to take the shot.
Yep. And a travel by Farmington. I thought that we did a pretty good job working the ball to the short corner. Again, they had a defender, and probably was not the best choice for that pass by Brooke. The defender had a no angle, really had cut off the angle there.
I'd have took the shot. It's a little late footer.
Yeah. Off this near corner here. See, they're now starting to collapse down in this short corner here. Out front, Wells for 3. It's a bombs away by Sydney. She gets in that zone, shooting the 3. Got 3 of those tonight, and 13 on the evening. 38-8. Biggest lead of the night. 5:24, second quarter. Across the timeline and a Farmington turnover again.
Yeah, this is a clinic.
Down the left side and a layup by Churchill. As you're a head coach with Jimmy Jordan, you just kind of look, because even that little gimmick defense has not slowed the Lady Giants down one at all. Jumper to the free throw line, no good by Worley. They continue to push the tempo. Nice pass. Churchill underneath. Wells missed the shot. Brooke Henry had it and it went off of Farmington.
I tell you what, we're one of the worst layup shooting teams. We miss so many easy ones.
We have so many good opportunities, and that's good percent shots that we're taking.
These are layups, folks. They're like,
I'd be shooting free throws after the game, man. You gotta make those. That's just a lack of focus.
Layups,
That's just a lack of focus, and you're leading 40-8.
It could be 52-8 by now.
4:57. Things will drastically change Friday night, though.
That's my point.
You can take out what you do in this progression of this 6 games here. Jumper in the lane, no good by Schubert. Got the loose ball. She kicks it out. Churchill to the near side for a 3 ball. Rims out, no good. Tracked down to the far side. Looked like Wells on the floor. And a push. Underneath there by DePriest.
We already have 8 offensive rebounds this quarter. 12 for the game.
Wow. Coming up is the halftime show. It's brought to you by Graham Health System. You can check out their blood drive coming up December 18th. That's the halftime show. 4:40, clock runs. In the middle of the lane, kick out, Schubert. Near side, Brittany Murphy, skip pass. Churchill drives off the baseline. A pull-up jumper right side, comes up short. Loose ball, Farmington, and it's a tie-up. Guess who's in on that fray? Brooke Henry. She is just one of those individuals. I don't know if I've seen a player like her for a few years, Bob, that is in on a lot of action, whether it's defending, loose balls, tie-ups. I mean, she's in a lot of those situations.
She's involved.
Yeah. Rims out, no good. Brooke Henry had it, got the rebound. She went a high for that rebound. Lead pass underneath, nice from Wells underneath to Schubert.
Drew that defender layup for an easy layup.
You can just tell the in sync with these seniors when they play together, when they run the floor. The spacing is great, their passing ability. Just to finishing off the free throws. That's the big Achilles looking at tonight's game.
Yeah, and layups.
Yep.
We've missed way too many transition layups. You might get away with it in a game where you're up by 34 points. You do this in the middle line, you're not going to win many games, period.
Quick pass. Schubert looks at that low block area. Henry is open. She walks along the baseline. She was wide open. Brittany Murphy shoots away from a three to the far side. That away, Britt. Big three to the far side. Lady Giants, and again, 6 threes in his first half of the 11 on Monday night in the win against Macomb. 45-8. There's a long three, no good by Powell. Loose ball out of the pack comes Wells. Scans the floor. Near side, Churchill off the bounce. Turns, spins. Wells shoots it again. Another three by Wells. Keep shooting, that's what I say.
Where's the white flag at? Mercy.
16 on the night by Wells. 4 of those from long distance.
A clinic, Leon. That's what it is.
48-8. She's coming in, averaging about 12 points per game. Let's hope that trend continues because they're leaving her wide open right at the top of the key there. And we're making them pay. 40-point advantage.
Fouls on Brooke Henry.
So Henry commits the foul. It's her second.
Gill strapped to the line.
And she is 2 for 4 from free throws and misses on that first attempt in this second quarter. 1 field goal to this time. As we mentioned in the county tournament, they went scoreless, and they can't win there. Lady Giants off to a 5-0 start. Next up for Farmington, they'll be at Ridgewood on Saturday night, or I should say at home Saturday night against Ridgewood at 7:30. Made 1 of 2 from Gilstrap. Underneath to find Schubert. Turns, shot was blocked, knocked down. Play there by Gilstrap. She just stuck it right back in her face. Here comes Farmington, and they throw the ball away. Here comes Farmington, an easy run out by Schubert. She says, hey, I'm going to get it right back. I'm going to shoot it up and in.
She'll quiet the crowd down.
Schubert with 14. He got Wells, again, as we mentioned, with double figures. 50-9. We're 2:50 remaining in this one.
That's turnover number 20.
Wow.
For the Lady Farmers.
They had a dozen of those real quickly in the first quarter and a half. Shot top of the key. That's a 2 by Brandt. Brandt with a field goal. Once they get locked in, I tell you, this is a very potent offense. It can be very, very dangerous once we get in the middle line. Of course, the defenses are much different. You can knock off about 10 or 12 points.
Benches are a little
scoring.
deeper, yeah.
So 2:22. Second quarter. It was a 27-6 game at the end of the 1 quarter. Ball thrown away. Turnover. Clock stopped with another turnover by Farmington. 52-9 here at the 2:14 mark. And back of the game. Almost said it. Nope. It's Claire Ford. Back in the lineup. Spitting image of our sister Brooke, though, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
2:12. Wing right. Brandt looks over the defense. Bounce pass to the post. Gets it underneath the Churchill. Nice entry. Nice shot there by Churchill. That's a nice. I like playing Chloe down low. I think that's an opportunity with the abundance of shooters that we have to get her in the low block area. It's a different look.
And the way opponents defend her, it can free up things on the perimeter.
Absolutely. 54-9 with 1:50 left in this first half. Friday night, we're at Alice Ingersoll Gym. We want to come out. Great matchups to start against Washington. That'll be a good game. 5:30 and 7 o'clock doubleheader Friday night. Here's Churchill. Lets the defense go by. Skip pass to Ford. Brandt. Murphy down the low block area to the short corner. Also Schubert off to the elbow to the right side. Kicks out to Ford. Looks over the defense. Gives you a little extra dimension with the bounce pass. Top of the key. Brandt open just inside the circle. Comes up short. Who gets it? Churchill down the low block area. Ball stripped away. Farmington. There's a pile in the lane. Who gets it to the held ball? And it stays, should be this end, I believe.
There's your scrum for the game.
Yep. Minute 12. I almost retired that word a couple years ago. They always come back, don't they? 54-9.
Just like the Rolling Stones.
They keep coming back. Top of the free throw line, that's Brandt. Free throw is good. A couple of field goals off the bench by Brandt. If she can get that kind of production, just a couple of shots a game, that is so much of a bonus for her coming off the bench and offensive ability there.
It is.
56-9, 54 seconds. After our first 5 misses, Bob, we have been pretty much lights out for the second quarter.
Yeah, right now we're shooting about 62% for the game.
Out, middle of the floor, good hustle by Brooke Ford. Out hustles everybody, dives to the floor, and another little scrum to the near side here. Could be close to technical. You see the Haley Holes kind of get a little she's getting a little mad there.
Well,
Trying to get out of the pack there.
When you see the scoreboard the way it is,
Yep.
frustration is going to mount.
I think the official's trying to let things cool down a little bit there. That's why he slowed things down, right? 39 seconds remaining. Lady Giants have really, in the second quarter, gone to a lot of zone. I think you just have to be able to practice that on occasion and go from that time to time.
Yep, I agree. They can afford to do it.
Brandt on the perimeter. The ball kicked. Farmington gets it in the backcourt. 26 seconds. We've had numerous leads, 30 points plus, 56-9. 18 seconds before halftime. Second quarter live tonight from Farmington. 3 ball is up and good to the near side. It's DePriest. First 3 of the game for the Farmers. 56-12. They get into the double figures. Off the baseline, Brandt unleashes one. Shot no good with 2 seconds. Back down the near side. Big second quarter. And Farmington now trails in this one at halftime, 56-12. Our halftime is brought to you by Graham Health System. We'll talk it over when we get back here in 2 minutes on the halftime show.
Helping underwrite this event, Spooner Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
So we welcome you to the halftime show live from Farmington tonight. And it's brought to you by Graham Health System. Participating in the blood drive coming up December 18th. Call Summer DeRenzi at 647-5240, extension 2346 to schedule your appointment. Or you can email sdurenzi@grahamhospital.org. And again, as we're into the halftime show here, this was a game that, a little bit of gimmick defense at the beginning, tried to slow the Lady Giants down. We had some poor shooting early. Again, 0 for 5 to begin the action there, and then all kind of the floodgates kind of broke loose there. And again, Canton went on that 10-0 run, and since that time, now at halftime here, with a 44-point advantage here at halftime in front are the Canton Lady Giants, 56-12, and nothing that I thought, I know there were much better, at least personnel-wise, but never to this point when I think 40-some point advantage at a halftime here, Bobby. And then thanks for Farmington. They just couldn't handle the pressure on the perimeter. 3/4 press just took Farmington completely out of everything they were doing.
It has, and I think from the games we'd already done in the county tournament, and, we didn't do the game the other night against Macomb, and what I've seen tonight, what we can carry on and look forward to the season. I think one of the biggest assets that we have as a group is our depth. I mean, we can go 5 deep and still have somebody who can play defense, run a transition, rebound, and shoot the basketball. There's not a lot of teams around that can go that far down their bench and not lose a drastic amount of ability as far as playing the game of basketball.
And we've been doing now, coverage of the Lady Giants 15 seasons, and I would say the depth is as good as we have seen. The productivity when you have a freshman like Anna Plummer who can step up and just plays flawless in regard. She's going to make her mistakes, there's no doubt. As a freshman, you're going to have those where you're going to get the peaks and everything. But she just comes out, and you would not, if you saw her on the floor, you would not guess she's a freshman.
No, not at all.
And that's the kind of caliber you have off the bench. Now you add a player like a Claire Ford who has defense, good ball skills, handling the basketball. You throw in Jamie Goldring. You have a nice complement bench. But our seniors tonight get us off to a great start. You know, have Schubert, Wells. Wells has just been lights out shooting-wise tonight. 16 points tonight. We have 3 players in double figures and lead here at halftime, 56-12. The one thing that it gives you a little bit of a false sense is that there's no doubt we're going to be able to press, but there's going to be times when we're going to get into an offensive half-court set. And it showed a little bit we struggle at times, but we were able to knock down some threes. So we were able to get and run some offense and be successful, because when they started collapsing down and we got the shooter open, we were knocking down. But we have seen just the reverse of that on some occasions.
That's probably one of the biggest deficiencies that we have, you know, as far as a basketball team. And, you know, usually it's a role reversal. Usually you're successful at the half-court game, but are unable to keep up with the pace in the transition. Well, with our depth and athleticism, the transition game is no problem. It's trying to stay patient and run the offensive set in the half-court system that really befuddles us from time to time. And I think what a lot of it is a lot of the players want to stand there and watch as that one person with the basketball tries to create. You know as well as I do, yeah, Chloe can create, but there's also a lot of other capable players that can too, but they have to be comfortable in doing it. I don't see a lot of comfort in the half-court offense.
Yeah, I think for so long we just kind of hinged everything. We kind of relied on Chloe way too much, you know, and I think that puts way too much pressure on her in that ability. She doesn't look fluid tonight. She doesn't look like we have seen her kind of that automatic kind of a thing. We just don't see her in that action, and still at halftime, you know, she has 10 points, and but she was able to find some teammates. The thing about one of the only negative things in the first half is our lack of finishing off a lot of layups. You know, I mean, we've had numerous ones. We had a number of putbacks, a lot of second chance points off of the layup misses. Not really what you call running some half-court offense, but from layup misses.
Right. You know, you can afford things like that in a game of this stature right now when you're up by 44. But when it comes to middle lineup, it's all about being efficient with the basketball, and with that is making the easy baskets. You know, layups are a concern tonight, but I'm pretty sure in the back of our minds we're going to realize come Friday we can't allow those to happen.
Halftime here, it's all Lady Giants in this one, up by 44. We'll get to more in our halftime show. It's brought to you by Graham Health System. Participate in the blood drive coming up December 18th, 647-5240, extension 2346. Look at the first half scoring. When we return from Farmington, Canton leads this one 56-12. Back after this 1-minute timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make Him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Up next is our halftime stats, brought to you by Advanced Rehab Sports Medicine in Canton. Call 649-1572 for a free injury screen. They fix sports injuries. BW, look at the first half stats, and your favorite turnover and points off of that's one of the highlights of this first half, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, this is going to be a situation where, you know, we told you what the score is. You know, it's a very lopsided game right now. This is where stats come into play and show you just how lopsided it can be. For the Farmington Lady Farmers, 4 of 14 in field goals, 28.6%. 1 for 7 in three-point shooting, 14.3%. 3 for 6 in free throws, 50%. 8 total rebounds, 3 offensive, 23 total turnovers. For the Canton Lady Giants, shooting 23 of 41 in field goals, 56.1%. 7 of 10 in three-point shooting, 70%. 3 for 6 in free throws, 50%. 20 total rebounds, 13 of those offensive. 7 first half turnovers. 2 other stats, points off turnovers. Lady Farmers with 3, Lady Giants with 35 points in the paint. Farmington with 4. Lady Giants with 26.
Yeah, we talked about the abundance of interior play, and again, it has a lot to do with a good mixture. Scoring in the first half, Sydney Wells with 16 4 threes, 14 by Sydney Schubert, 10 by Chloe Churchill. Miranda Brandt with a couple field goals for 4. 8 points in the game by Anna Plummer, the freshman, and also scoring a 1 free throw by Brooke Henry. Farmington had 5 by Julia DePriest, 2 by Megan Worley, and 5 by Megan Gilstrap. They had 6 points in the first, 6 in the second. Canton had 27 in the opening quarter, 29 in the second quarter. And as our stats at halftime, brought to you by Advanced Rehab Sports Medicine in Canton. Along with MBixler Video Production, WBYS, Bob Wagner, Leon Groover's second half basketball underway here. Reverses it, Schubert on the far wing, between the circle against the zone. Again, a little bit of collapsing defense. Churchill up, balanced shot there off the right-hand side. Didn't get a really good look at it. It rimmed off, and Farmington gets it into the half court.
It's a little strong, too.
Jumper off the baseline, right side's no good. Putridge. Talked a little bit with Josh Putridge before the game. He's one of the assistants. We go all the way back into the early 90s when he was playing, when I was doing games. Great guy. He's helping out with the girls basketball program. And he's also the baseball coach.
Yeah, he's a knowledgeable guy.
Absolutely. Baseline, Churchill cut off. Schubert squared for a 3, knocked it down. Schubert's first 3. Big numbers for her tonight, 17 in the action.
I told you, it could be her or Brittany Murphy on any given night.
Underway here, third quarter basketball. Into the post, dribble, Putridge, the ball docked away, turnover by Farmington.
24.
Again, most of those, as we mentioned, come in that stretch from that 10-0 run, and when they just turned the ball over frequently, and we just kind of really took control of the game. Wells kicks it out, Brittany Murphy to this near corner, swings the pass, the ball deflected out front. We get it. That's Schubert off the floor. Wells dribbles, tries to back her way in, looks over the defense by Farmington, picked up by Brown. Lead pass to Brittany Murphy, threw the ball away. Turnover by the Lady Giants.
I'd love to see her take one more step and throw a bounce pass.
Freeze that defender.
It would,
you know?
Yeah. That one more step to the outside brings the defender out. 2 more feet and gives you room.
Up the floor, handling at the point now is Holes. Right wing. They play Putridge to the near corner. It's Peckham. Bounce pass to the short corner. High underneath. Cutter to the lane. Up and good is underneath is Powell with a field goal. That was a nice execution that time by Farmington. Worked that short corner.
Yep, little 2-man game.
Similar to what Canton's been trying to attack on this short corner down here. Lady Giants down with the offense. At the 6-minute mark here, Brittany Murphy squares. You knew that's going to be a little bit short on that attempt. Farmington gets it. Out of the packets, Holes. Can't live and breathe by those 3s. They will come back to haunt you every time. Off this left side, almost knocked away a steal. Chloe deflected it. Farmington gets it back right side. That's a 3 to the far side by Putridge, Riley Putridge.
Can't leave her open.
Nope.
She's shown she can make it.
So it's a 5-3 start in this second half for Farmington. 5:25. Schubert, ball is tipped. And again, loose ball is tracked down and not saved. It'll be, stays with Canton at the opposite end.
Ooh.
I thought it was definitely hit by us.
I thought it was off by us, but hey, I'll take it.
59-17. We're at the 5:19 mark of the third quarter. Farmington possession of Wells with the high screen from Brittany. Set, shoots the 3, knocked it down. She has just been unconscious tonight. 5 threes and 19 of the game by Wells. 62-17. Off to this near side. Peckham drives down the lane. Shot off the rim, no good. That was a nice little curl off that screen interior. That time for Farmington. And a foul whistled against Canton. They give it too quickly there. Didn't get a chance to see.
Yeah,
free throw was no good.
We got this nice little bar in the way.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see from time to time. I don't think it really matters at this point.
And then Peckham gets 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And it's a 62-18 game, 4:55. Near side, high screen by Goldring. That was a nice pick and roll. He could have run it there. He was open. The ball loose, thrown just out of the reach of Goldring. Turnover by Canton. Here comes Farmington on the attack. Stripped away from behind. Turnover from behind. Powell didn't see the defender coming. Knocked it away. Wells Schubert open. Murphy to the right side. It goes in and out. No good. Ball out of bounds. And a push from behind. Goldring got pushed from out of bounds. That stops the clock. So with a blocking foul against Farmington, Canton will inbound. Schubert. Brittany looks over the defense, trying to get Goldring posted up. She does. She got the angle on her. Tried to scoop shot. The ball tipped up by Churchill and a foul. You know, Jamie Goldring will learn. You can't always. At least she tried a little scoop shot because of the size disadvantage underneath there.
You need to gather and go strong to the rim on that play.
Just go right attack.
Don't let the defender dictate what you're going to do.
Get a Churchill. That's the first free throw.
Only a sophomore. She's got plenty of time to learn. You know,
exactly.
Let's see in the middle line.
Now play stopped here momentarily at the 4:22 mark. And Churchill back to the free throw line. Got 1 of 2. 63-18, 4:21. About halfway through the third quarter. Non-conference game in Farmington tonight. Powell out front, reverses it to the far side. Putrich, nice little drive, kick out in between the lane. Off the glass, no good. Got a own rebound. Back up is no good by Gilstrap. Another opportunity by Farmington. They continue to pound the boards and a held ball. Got to give Farmington a lot of credit. Gilstrap, Powell, Putrich for pounding the offensive boards. Lady Giants have Churchill. Also Goldring, Murphy, Schubert, and Wells. That's the 5 at this stretch. 63-18, Farmington will inbound. Wheels it. Abby Brown, dropping the lane, is directed there with a shot blocked. Out to the right side. Also in the lineup, a street matter. Farmington. Also, it is DePriest. And then a shot no good from 3 by DePriest. Goldring with the rebound. Wells looks down the floor, crosses the timeline at the 30-40 mark. 63-18, the attack off the baseline. Churchill just turns, fires up the shot, tap out by Wells, and it will be Farmington basketball. You know, those are the type of things, along the baseline, you have to try to grab those. You know, why tap them out? You know, you have some easy area there to kind of reach and grab it.
Yeah, we've also gone super flat shooting this quarter. We're 2 of 8, 25%.
Again, we've settled for threes, and you can't be able to do that. It really stagnates everything you do.
Poor shot selection in general, too, Leon.
Abby Brown, top of the key, goes to Street Matter, right wing. To DePriest, reverses it. Brown off the dribble, little bump there, no call. Back out between the circle. Brown, little hesitation. Bounce pass, right side. DePriest is open, misses everything. Claire Ford snags it off the bounce. In the lineup along with a freshman Plummer. Crosses the timeline. Brent, bounce pass to Brooke Henry. Nice give. Underneath, comes up short with a shot.
That was a nice pass.
It was. Excellent pass. Got to be playing stronger. That's the only thing, Brooke. Get a little stronger. Get the ball up there.
Well, they tell you, Leon, use your rear end to get that separation from the defender.
Top of the free throw line. Jumper goes in and out. No good. An attempt there by Worley. Out of the pack. Again, Plummer will wait for traffic to go by. That's pretty smart heads-up play. She knew she didn't have the advantage, didn't she? And didn't cross the timeline. Now she runs the offense.
The numbers were not in her favor.
Ford. That's Brandt on the perimeter. Pull-up jumper, left side, no good. Ball kicked out of bounds, last touch by Farmington. Her instincts are just uncanny. You talk about Anna Plummer. How many players do you know would do that? I mean, even as a sophomore or senior sometimes.
Not many at all, Leon.
2:16. Inbounds will come. Plummer looks over the defense. Back cut here to Brandt. And it's an off-balance shot. No foul was called. Street Matter tracks it down to the far side of the floor. Now is Brown. Worley off the dribble left side. Nice little move. Brooke Henry fell down. Lost her footing.
And unfortunately, you get called a foul.
But again, it's going to be a foul against Brooke.
Like her third, isn't it?
Yep. 3 in this book with 2:02 remaining. 63-18. And you got Worley to the free throw line. Rolled it up, no good. Another chance here. She's got 2 points in this game. She's got to be a key factor. There's no doubt that we talk about Megan Worley in their lineup for them. 5'10" at a junior. Got a pair of 1 or 2 in the free throws. She's got 3 points. 63-19. 2 minutes clock runs here. Second half basketball, non-conference basketball from Farmington tonight. Trying to run a little bit of motion on the perimeter. Brandt to the left side. She cuts back below the area. Bounce past Henry To Ford. Claire looks to the defense. Open to the far side. The three ball in and out. No good. Good look by Plummer. Good patience that time. The Lady Giants get a good shot the opposite side of the floor. Just didn't go down by the freshman. Far side it is DePriest. Her three is no good. Snags the rebound. Farmington back out front in the lane. Hemp. Shot no good. Top of the key. No good by Brown. Minute 15. Clock runs. Across the timeline. Bounce pass to the post. Try to get to the poster. Throw away a turnover. Also in the lineup, as we mentioned, Plummer falls back on defense. Brooke Henry going to commit the foul again.
Yeah.
They're attacking hers.
Out of position, too.
Over here. And for Brooke, that'll be 4 on her. That's what I've got unofficially, but minute 5 left here in the third, 63-19. And I can't see who's shooting the free throw. I think it is number 4, DePriest.
No, it's number 1. No, you're right, number 4.
Yeah, 4, DePriest. Yeah. It is hard to see, I told you.
Yeah, I know. Bars don't help matter none.
6 points in this game for DePriest. Back to the line with a minute 5 left. And short on that free throw. Who gets it? Last touched by Canton underneath here. Looked like that was Joy Sandman underneath. Was knocked off for her leg, so it's a minute 3. And Canton will play the D. Got Brooke Henry. None of the seniors, none of the regular starters in this lineup. Off to the right side, Gilstrap. Between the circle, they reverse it. Peckham, short corner. Off the dribble holes. Bounce pass to the far side. With it, it's Urace. She's in the lineup. Bounce pass to the post. Shot was partially blocked by Salmon. Good job defensively. Joy's on the floor in a held ball. And it favors the Canton Lady Giants with 42 seconds. So you got Brandt, Henry, Sandman. They got Ford and also the freshman Plummer. That's the 5 in this lineup. 36 seconds. Top of the key, it's Ford. Back cut there, nicely done. Nice execution. Ball was deflected. A little bit of block shot there by Gilstrap. That was Ford and the Plummer. Sophomore and a freshman playing that 2-man game. But the back cut, 28 seconds. Canton will inbound. Looking. Brooke Henry puts the ball. Bounce pass off the right side. Brand attacks. Nice pass underneath. Sandman's shot was no good. With the rebound by Farmington, Gilstrap.
Definitely a nice pass.
Nice look there. 63-20. Closing 14 seconds here. Peckham. From the elbow, left side, shot no good. Ball deflected. Who gets it? Farmington. Tracks it down. Gilstrap. Off the bounce between the circle. Runyon. Top of the key. It's a 3. Good by Holes. That's the way the quarter comes to a close. It was a good one for Farmington. You take a look at that 17-point quarter for the Lady Farmers. It's end of 3 now. Canton leads 63-23. We head to the fourth quarter non-conference basketball. Live from Farmington in 1 minute.
Helping underwrite this event, Spooniver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By RE/MAX Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Double-figure quarter for Farmington with 11. Canton just managing 7. Couple of threes and a free throw. Still 63-23. Canton will have the basketball. Running the point will be Plummer. Into the front court here, so it's a luxury again. Coach, again for the Lady Giants, Langhoff has a chance to play a lot of the underclass, get some more minutes for players like Sandman. And also Claire Ford. Along the baseline, Peckham is open, rolled it up and good. Didn't get back on defense quickly enough, and Peckham, she's got 3 in this half. 63-25. Farmington continues to kind of chip away in this lead. forward, bounce pass, good read there by Farmington, and a turnover by the Lady Giants.
13 for the Lady Giants.
So it's 7:10 left in our game. Off the baseline between the circle now. Comes to this near side. They work it clockwise down the lane. Shot was short by Gilstrap. Farmington gets it right back. Right wing. They try Urias. Bounce pass to the post. They kick it out, trying to get Urias open to the far corner. She won't shoot the basketball. Bounce pass, short corner. Peckham, jumper, rolled it off, no good. Gilstrap fights for it, and a held ball. Along this baseline. We're directly parallel along the baseline. They're the scorers, at least for the scoreboard, here at Farmington with the opposite side. 6:42 clock runs in the fourth quarter. Stick around. The post game is brought to you by Monticle's Pizza. After every Lady Giant and Canton broadcast. Down the lane, off balance shot, no good. Again, it's one of those things. It's probably one of the worst decisions we've seen.
That's a freshman shot.
And we'll see those highs and lows with the freshman. Off balance, again, I threw it up there. Looked like a loose ball and a held ball. Know exactly what hole. She got trapped off this right side. Just kind of threw it up the middle of the lane. Was hoping one of her teammates would grab it.
Bon Jovi was in the house. She's living on a prayer.
6:18. Gilstrap puts the ball on the floor, tries to back her way in. And again, pretty good defense that time, but it's going to be a foul.
If you keep your arms up, they don't blow the whistle.
And the foul was against Sandman. That stops the clock. 63-25 with 6:12 left. And it'll be Gilstrap to the free throw line for Farmington. Short on that attempt. You know, you can practice till you're blue in the face, but again, you come in game situations, it's a whole different scenario.
That it is.
Free throw is good. 1 of 2 by Gilstrap. She's got 6 points tonight. 63-26. Again, with 6 minutes left in our game. Claire Ford, top of the key, looking for that bounce pass, trying to find the wing, pops out. And with the basketball, it's Plummer. Brandt lobs it to Brooke Henry, overthrew her, but Farmington is playing a little pinch defense along that baseline. Here comes Farmington, new 5. Brown, just like almost the original starters.
That's what it is.
Yep. Powell, Gilstrap, Putrich. Also in the lineup for them. Will inbound. Brandt, nice little move. Little head fake, banks it off the glass. Nice move there by Miranda Brandt.
That's her MO, Leon, that mid-range jump shot.
6 points, 65-26. Farmington attacks off the baseline. Brown put on the break, stop. Shot no good by Worley. Brooke Henry with the rebound.
4 fouls and still fighting for rebounds.
Hasn't played, hasn't stopped her from her determination, isn't it? Jumper to left side is no good. Underneath, Brooke Henry at the offensive board. She gets rewarded by a field goal after the miss by Plummer. She's always in the right position, isn't she?
Yes.
67-26. That's not by accident either, you know. She just doesn't happen to be in the right place. She keeps half in the lane, and that way she's always closer to where the ball may kind of carry them off. And the double team, that's going to be a foul. Whistled against Canton. Reach in, probably against Claire Ford.
I would think so.
I always hated players like her, you know. Little size. You know, you take a look at her size and everything, but so pesky, man. They just always are in your hair, right? Always hated players like that.
She defends in your hip pocket. There's no doubt about it.
Drop it down to the free throw line, and then it's a turnover by Farmington.
27.
4:56. Sure you haven't missed any?
I'm sure.
Down the lane. Plummer's shot and then fouled, reaching in. 4:50. Farmington had a nice win. That was on Monday night. Again, they beat Abington by a score. And as we take a look at that, that was a nice win against Abington, 51-28. Gilstrap at 15, Brown with 12. 4:48, Brooke Henry. That's Ford off the high screen by Brandt. Now reset the offense, left wing. There's the cut from Plummer. Underneath, ball deflected. Good defense, interior there. Good slapped away.
I'd like for her to take the shot on that play.
Putrich knocked it away. 4:35 left. We'll talk with the head coach, Lane Langhoff, on our postgame brought to you by Big Rack Steakhouse. North Main in Canton. Underneath, Brandt, jumper left side. It's up and good. You keep her to a range of about 6, 8, 10 feet, 12 feet. She's pretty good.
It's a free throw line in.
69-26, 4:22. And in the game, she's got 8. Brown cut off top of the key. Fended off there by Plummer. Now Brown attacks off the baseline, leans in, and a blocking foul against the Lady Giants.
And Abby's been non-existent in this game for the Lady Farmers.
4:09, blocking foul. Friday nights, we're home at Alice Ingersoll Gym against Washington in a girls-boys doubleheader. 5:30 and 7 o'clock. Got to come down if you haven't had a chance to see the new facelift that Alice Ingersoll has went through. 85 years it's been in existence, Alice Ingersoll Gym. Under the 4-minute mark, jumper to the right side, bank shot no good, put back Farmington underneath no good. Second attempt was by Putrich. Here comes Claire Ford. 69-26, across the timeline. Street Matter picks up Ford. Umos picked up her dribble off the left side and throws the ball away. A little pressure on that wing. Didn't know really exactly if the player was going to cut or flash back door there.
Inexperience caused that one.
So a turnover. That's why important that a lot of these girls are playing freshman, sophomore basketball, then playing some varsity. Nice little move underneath the hoop there by Abby Brown.
That's her first basket.
It is. It is. First 2 points of the game. 69-28. This game is tied at 4 apiece. Canton went on a 10-0 run. We're up by 44 at halftime. 69-28. Brooke Henry, you can't pass up those shots. You got to shoot.
You got to take it.
Yeah.
Look at the scoreboard. Shoot.
3-minute mark here. Street Matter with a long 3. Kicks out too far. Goes right into the Farmington bench. Farmington's schedule coming up for. They have a stretch of home games. Saturday at 7:30 against Ridgewood. Monday home against Knoxville. And the next Thursday at Peoria Heights. And then they have the Abington Avon, I should say the Abington and Knoxville. That's a kind of a cross between those two sites. And they'll play a lot of different teams at both those different sites. 69-28, Sandman cut off. Needs some help. Brandt off the curl, her shot, rims off no good. Brooke Henry, shot no good. Sandman short on that rebound attempt. Good job there by Sandman. She's gaining some ability. You know, she's looking a little bit more relaxed out there, more at ease.
Playing time is the cure.
Basketball knowledge, you know, just getting that feel of the game again, you know, for the first time. DePriest to this near side. Farmington's possession, Peckham. Right corner, Runyon. Looks over the Canton defense. Freshman won on Monday night. They're off to a 2-0 start for head coach. Again, a jumper to the near side. It's Peckham with the 2 with the field goal. Mallory Bioletto's freshman team was off to a 2-0 start. And coach, of course, Jessica Thumb, she hasn't lost in a year plus, almost 2 years now. 69-30 with a minute 50. They're off to a 5-0 start as sophomores. Nice give and go underneath, and Henry got contact thrown by her. That was a nice pass there by Brandt.
She got mugged
by the 2-man game on this near side. She'll go to the free throw line. That's where you gotta lift weights or do something to kind of help yourself, because you get in the middle line. It is a physical war.
It is.
It's so much more physical in any games you can imagine. Free throw is good by Brooke. Knocks it down. Most of the Canton starters have not really played since about midway through the third quarter there. Next free throw is good. We haven't had that luxury, Bob. You think about it. Number of games over the years, the luxury to play these and get a bit of less playing time. And I think it'll help you towards the end of the year.
Absolutely.
Get some fresher legs, those type of things. That's a steal. Off the right side, contact by the freshman. Her shot was no good. Out of the pack, Plummer. I think she's a little bit more comfortable playing a 2 or a 3 right now. At a point, she's a little different in her mannerisms.
That was a freshman play there, too.
Yeah. I think when she's like a 2 or a 3, she's pretty comfortable right now. Jumper in the lane is up and good. Farmington's Sophie Hemp, gets her first 2 points. It's a 71-32 game with a minute 5. Baseline, Sandman turns, shoots it off the glass. Joy Sandman with a field goal. Everybody up and applauding her off the bench. You got to love it, don't you? Well, on the baseline, Peckham lost a handle on it, turnover. 46 seconds. And for Plummer, the freshman, she'll walk it up. Left side is Ford. Sam in the low block area. She's learning already, man. You're not going to get me. I'm going to try to post up here. You're not going to front me. She gets the ball in the post and gets it below her waist. That's a no-no. Back to her off the left baseline. Shot off the mark, no good. She's one of those projects, again, brought in the program with no experience at all. That's Joy Sandman as a senior. Underneath Brooke Henry, knocked it away. And she just flicked it out of bounds, and it was one off of Canton. It'll be Farmington basketball.
And that's with 4 fouls. I mean,
absolutely. She has not changed the way that she plays.
That's an intimidating play because you realize how many fouls you have.
11 seconds, the ball inbounded, air ball. Canton will walk it up, and the Lady Giants are going to start before we get to the conference season 6-0 as we head to Alice Ingersoll Gym Friday night. Canton will await Washington, girls and boys in a doubleheader on Friday night. And Farmington drops to 2-4 in this non-conference loss. They are on the road, at home Saturday against Ridgewood. That'll be at 7:30. Final tonight, 73 for the Lady Giants. And for Farmington, 32. We'll tally up all the stats, all the final numbers in this one. Up next is the post-game show. It's brought to you by Monticle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser. 647-1127, your perfect post-game stop, 135 North 5th in Canton. Back to the studios. Quick timeout. Back here to Farmington in 2 minutes.
Helping underwrite this event, Monticle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Next up is our Lady Giants post-game show following each of our broadcasts. Big thanks to Nate Louder stepping in tonight. And anytime that we can get a game less than about an hour playing time, we tip a little after 7:20, 7:15, something like that, pretty close to a regular time. It's just a little after 8 o'clock tonight. One of the quicker games we have seen, only a couple of timeouts. And again, the final tonight in this one, all Canton Lady Giants by a score of 73-32. And our action here as the Lady Giants now go to 6-0, and Farmington with that loss now 2-4. And our postgame is brought to you by Monticle's Pizza, your perfect postgame stop at 135 North 5th in Canton, home of the family pleaser. Dine-in, carry or delivery 647-1127. Also to let you know, earlier in the week, the freshmen won on Monday night. They won actually last night. I'll go back and retrack here a little bit. Canton sophomore girls won on Monday night. They won by a score of 72-18, and they win tonight 42-12. So the sophomore girls with Jessica Thumb are 5-0. Also, Canton freshmen, they won last night. They beat Farmington 61-38 in that game. Cassidy Fawcett 22, Sydney Hannum 22 points, Alex Chamberlain 9, Sophie Oakes with 4, and Canton freshmen are 2-0, and they have a win as well over Metamora. Earlier, that was on the 24th of November, so they're 1-0 in the Mid-Atlantic Conference. And, of course, the final in this varsity game, Canton 73 and Farmington 32. We'll run down our stats. We'll do that on our post-game show. It's brought to you by Monticle's Pizza. After this 90-second break, back to Farmington.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Up next, part of our Monocle's Pizza post-game show, it is our stat review with BW. It's brought to you by Advanced Rehab Sports Medicine in Canton. Call 649-1572 for a free injury screen. They fix sports injuries. BW, magic numbers, the final in this one. And one of the things we talk about, 6-0, heading to the Mid-Illini on Friday night. We'll talk a little bit about that with the coach and all that. But let's get to the main statistical numbers. Things kind of cooled off in that second half of the offense. Of course, a lot of the starters did not play a big part of that. But again, a good team win here tonight for the Lady Giants. Yeah,
definitely was a quality game, for the Lady Giants. All right, for the Lady Farmers of Farmington, they were 11 of 43 in field goals, 25.6%. 3 of 16 in shooting threes, 18.8%. 7 of 14 in free throws, 50%. 29 total rebounds, 15 offensive, 29 total turnovers. For the Canton Lady Giants, shooting 29 of 65 in field goals, 44.6%. 10 of 15 in shooting threes, 66.7%. 6 of 10 in free throws, 60%. 38 total rebounds, 20 offensive, 15 total turnovers. Points off turnovers, Farmington with 4, Lady Giants with 36.
3 in double figures for Lady Giants, 19 by Sydney Wells tonight, 5 threes, 19. Sydney Schubert, nice game tonight as well. I thought she played magnificent tonight. 17 points from Schubert, 11 by Churchill, 8 by Miranda Brandt, 3 by Brittany Murphy. Also Anna Plummer with 8, 5 by Brooke Henry, and 2 by Joey Sandman for their 73. Farmington's 32 had 6 by DePriest, 3 by Holes, 5 by Peckham, 3 by Worley, 3 by Putrich, 6 by Gilstrap, 2 by Brown, and also 2 by Hemp, 73-32. Next up, the head coach, Lane Langhoff, in our post-game show. Big Rack Steakhouse, North Main in Canton. You wear your purple gold Canton shirt to the Canton Big Racks Fridays. Receive half-price appetizers. Big Rack Steakhouse, 647-6000. Lane off to a 6-0 start. And again, it was a little thought, wow, we missed our first 5 shots. We missed some early layups. And Lane's over there trying to do jumping jacks, trying to get them going over there. But after that point there, it was pretty dominating performance by the girls tonight.
Well, again, tonight, just like Monday, turnovers, led directly to points. Heard, Bob say 36 off of, directly off turnovers. That's, that's a stat that, second half of the year you're probably not going to get, but we'll take it now. Again, I thought the start by Sydney Schubert, just her athleticism, outrunning kids, and beautiful, lead passes by, a few people. Sid Wells, Chloe, just leading her right to the basket. Didn't even have to take a dribble, and she fit. Sid Schubert finished around the rim all night tonight.
Well, when you look at the balance of this team, because you have different looks of this lineup, because you have Sydney Wells, who defends well. You have Chloe, who plays a lot of different phases of the game. You have those parts, don't you? You really have that really cohesive part for that senior group, and that's tough. When they get in all sync together, that's going to be a deadly, hopefully, good challenge in the Mid-Illini Conference starting on Friday night.
Well, those 4 seniors, they're just a special group of kids. They've got a ton of varsity experience. Chloe obviously is the 4-year at the varsity level, and the other 3, played some sophomore, and were heavy contributors with minutes last year. But they get it going, and we've been lucky to. We've had a lot of unselfishness between those kids and when they're on the floor, and tonight, and this whole season, it's been about let's take the best open shot we can. And kids are passing up good shots for great shots. In the last 2 nights, we've hit a bunch of threes. You know, I will still, even after watching these 2 films, say we're not a three-point shooting team. But, you know, when you're that open and that's what they give you, and the kids are playing with confidence, you know, we're going to take them, and we've been fortunate to knock a lot down these last couple nights.
You got the luxury this season, really, with the underclass group, with this unit, that when Chloe doesn't have her best game, and she was not, I don't think she played her best game tonight, you have that ability to still score. And that's a thing that they can show gimmick defenses against Chloe, way to shut her down. They tried a little bit early in the game there, but this team knows how to, you know, kind of maneuver through that, don't they?
Yeah, and Chloe, I mean, she sat there when she came out towards the end and said, I just didn't make my shots tonight. And that, you know, that's going to happen. You know, as great as she is offensively, you're going to get some contact. You know, and I thought the officials did a very good job, but there's some, you know, they look at the scoreboard too, and you know, you get some contact around the rim that maybe in a closer game might get called, but you know, no excuses. But she will finish those. You know, when we need them. But you're right, we do have other kids that have really stepped up. You know, the young kids we took to the county. We know it's going to take some time for them to be comfortable scoring in the blocks for us. But what we've gotten defensively from Brooke Henry is something that you can't replace.
No,
you got to have somebody down there that will anchor the defense, and you know, not only the shots she blocks, but just clogging up the middle and the shots she alters. You know, but her and Jamie, it's gonna take the full year for them to be able to contribute offensively, and we're looking forward to that time. But right now, they're playing their role. Anna, you know, coming in, playing multiple positions, and has really shot the ball well from the perimeter, which is exciting to see. But you're right, we're sharing the ball. We're averaging a high percentage of assists off our field goals, which means that we're being unselfish, and that's what it's going to take. We talked about being at the end of basically the first quarter of the season games-wise, which is hard to believe already, but the second quarter will be more difficult than the first, and the first big challenge will be Friday at home against Washington.
How tough is it going to be this year? You see all the success already by everybody in the Middle Illini. I mean, it's just uncanny, isn't it, to see the start that everybody in this group in the Middle Illini. It is going to be a fun year, but it's going to be a very difficult home or away to get games this year. Man, you cannot take a night off, can you, in the conference?
I mean, I believe 4 Middle Illini teams all won their won their opening tournament.
Right? Yep.
And Limestone, I don't know if Limestone did or not. I know they had 1 loss. I don't know how that tiebreaker went down. Well, that would be 5. I believe Dunlap, Pekin, us, Morton, all won. You know, whatever tournament they were in. And
then you got Metamora, who's got 4 wins already.
Metamora's, you know, she, Coach Morrow over there's got those kids buying into playing, and they got their athletes back out. And really, there's, I think I saw a quote from Coach Metzger at Limestone, said 13 of the 16 first and second team all conference are back, which means there's some veteran leadership. I think everybody, from what I've seen early, is getting contributions from young kids. And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a grind. Middle Illini, we talked about that tonight. You know, the transition layups are great, but ultimately starting Friday in the second quarter of our season, we're going to have to grind it out offensively at the half-court level and be sound and solid, even more so than we've been at the defensive end.
High level of basketball at a new look Alice Ingersoll. It's exciting to get that place looking the way it is now, and exciting to get the conference season started on Friday night.
You know, the kids are excited about having their first home game with the new paint scheme and benches on the other side, and you know, it's a great atmosphere. And you know, I think I was kind of shocked that I didn't hear anything about them putting the girls' programs official wins up there. So we got a tally going. I think it's still at whatever it was, but I actually asked Phil and John if he didn't care, and we were OSHA approved, if the girls could do it, because I think those seniors would buy in, and I think that'd be a kind of a cool way for them to seeing it's up there and available now. So we'll see, but we sophomores have their first conference game at home tomorrow night. We'll have a good practice, hopefully, with all the kids not playing in that, and then
lower levels are doing fine. You know,
they are, yeah, you know,
well, they keep under pressure on.
I'll tell you what, I've done some math. I don't really know what my record is. You know, I mean, from season to season, when you're old, you forget that stuff. But I know our current staff has 140 coaching losses in their career, and they're all by me. So my assistants are currently undefeated. So I have all 140 or whatever it is of our program's losses. So
that's the best stat ever.
I need to get Fletcher back in, at least as an assistant role.
Did he have a
boost
chance
that number?
there?
Yeah, but no, honestly, the best assistant coaches are kids that played for you.
Oh yeah.
And I've got two pretty good ones, and good kids. Who has spent a lot of time with me. I don't know if that's good or bad, but they know the expectations, and they are. I'm probably softer than I was when I was their age, but they're keeping me in line. So
Absolutely.
I'm blessed to have them both.
Yeah, continued success, Lane, and we'll see you Friday night. We're looking forward to the ride, man. Looking forward to this season.
All right, absolutely. Thanks
fun.
again for being here.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely,
it.
absolutely. More coming up as we continue. That is our post-game show with the head coach, Lane Langhoff, as the Lady Giants nail down a win tonight, 73-32. Bobby, a quick comment, and we'll scoot out of here. And one of those things that we mentioned, again, they win tonight by the sophomores 42-12. They are 5-0. Freshman is 2-0, and the varsity at 6-0. And we see nothing but really terrific play the next couple of years by this Lady Giant basketball program. So those are things that are clicking along. And then the 8th graders playing at the sectional tonight. We'll wait word on that. The 7th grade play tomorrow night. So those are type of things that we'll wait in regards to what they are playing. But a lot of, expectations are raised pretty high with lower levels right now, winning a lot of games.
And that's what you want. It's all about competition, and I think it creates, more competition throughout junior high, all the way up to the high school level. And with the talent that we have out there, we can garner a lot of success over these next, 5, 6, 7 years, and even beyond. It's nice to see when we came in tonight. We watched pressure basketball with the freshmen and sophomores. Passing, taking the open shot. When you come into the varsity game, it's the exact same thing. It didn't start out the way you want it to.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, it certainly finished the way you wanted it to.
Absolutely. Big win tonight on the road here at Farmington tonight. Canton 73 and Farmington 32. Next up for Farmington, they are home against Ridgewood. That'll be on Saturday night at 7:30. They play Knoxville on Monday, and then next Thursday they are at Peoria Heights to start into the kind of the deep part of the Prairie Land Conference. Canton will be home on Friday night against Washington. 5:30 for the girls game. The boys will play at 7 o'clock. Our engineer, great job by Nate Louderback, the studio, and again, kind of one of those great pitching performances tonight, in quickly and out. That's the way that the games are played. Record time and our finish of our broadcaster tonight for MBixer Video Production. For Bob Wagner, I'm Leon Groover. Final tonight here from the Gold Rush tonight here in Farmington. Canton a winner, 73-32 over Farmington. That'll wrap up our post-game show. Is brought to you by Monticle's Pizza. So long tonight from Farmington.